I can also multiply complex numbers as well. So let's look at the two examples. The first one, I have 4i times 3 minus 5i. Yes, 4i is a complex number. Even though there's no real number component to that, it's still a complex number. So I can distribute and multiply 4i times that first term and that 4i times that second term. So 4i times 3 is 12i. And 4i times a negative 5i gives me a negative 20i squared. But I'm not done. There's an I squared in there. And we learned a while back that I squared itself is a negative 1. So I can rewrite this as 12i minus 20 times negative 1 instead of that I squared. And so now I'm going to have a 12i plus a 20. And if I write that in standard complex form, I'm going to write that 20 first. 20 plus 12i. So I was able to multiply those two complex numbers. In the second example, it's going to be fairly straightforward, much of the same as we've multiplied previous items that have this form. 7 minus 3i times minus 2 times minus 5i. I want to make sure I FOIL it, basically is what I'm doing. I'm going to multiply the first term times the first term. I'm going to multiply the outer terms, multiply the inner terms, multiply the last terms. And now I'm going to collect terms and reduce. Minus 14, the middle terms, 35 plus a 6, and negative 35 gives me a negative 29i, plus 15i squared. That I squared is a negative 1, so it's really 15 times the negative 1, which is a negative 15. And now I can combine the like terms, the 14 and the 15, so it's a negative 29 minus a 29i. And it's also written in complex form, where the real number is first and the imaginary number is second.